People, check it out. We got something new coming to the Beeline ENT. That's right. Have you ever been challenged not to laugh? Yo, there's some funny things out there. I think it's a good idea to not laugh. But if you laugh, then we gonna love it. Coming soon, the Last Laugh Challenge. That's right. Check it out on the Beeline ENT.
Look, mama, I fucking made it! I'm on the Billboard! Album out now, y'all. Go get that shit. My album is out right now. Look at the billboard, man. Look at the billboard, man. We taking the fucking...
Excuse me.
Hey, how you doing?
I want to introduce myself. My name is Tyree.
Nice to meet you.
I get nervous every time I see you. I think you're an angel.
I already know your name.
I paid attention for a while and noticed no ring on your finger.
Damn.
Hoping you're single, yeah. I know you'll see me watching you.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W. That Gentlest energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing, is there for you. Enter that promo code BrianB NRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
Special about you. Yeah. Yo, what's good? What's happening? What's going on? It's Brian B. And we back at it, baby. That's right. Check it out. It's Wednesday, right? It's early. The sun's out and shit. What the fuck is Brian B doing on the line? Well, check it out. We got a new show for you. I got a crew now that I'm a part of, and we got something fresh, brand new that's coming on the Beeline Studios entertainment room, platform, line, or whatever you want to call it, baby. Check it, y'all. We're bringing the commission talks on the line. That's right. We got your boys in the room. We're going to be talking that wrestling. If you like that wrestling, then you better stay tuned because check it out. We got something new we doing. And if you don't know how it gets down to the Beeline ENT, I'm Brian B. And we are about to start right now. So, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring, the commission. Blackheart, Dre, Warren Marlowe, and Brian.
People, what's good, y'all?
I felt like we were getting some Mortal Kombat vibes up in here. I like it.
That's what I was thinking when I made it. Like fight. I fight too much for this motherfucker. I had to try something. What's good, y'all? Commission talk.
Hey, man.
We here in this bitch. It's your Inter Podcast champion, mofos.
Sorry,
we go.
douchey lean shit, because when it comes to Crown Jewel on Saturday, you will never be taking this title off my motherfucking waist, shoulders, or anywhere else that you probably can't reach.
Well, at least we need belts to change, okay? Roman has a fucking belt. Gunther has a belt. So we need belts to change. So maybe just like try to lose, all right? Because we got to do some shit.
No.
He said, give him one.
Get a
He
fucking
said,
belt. I'll take a woman's title at this time.
Okay.
I said, give him one, just one. Me.
Listen, man. Listen. If the fat boy start picking these dumbass picks and actually use his brain for once, maybe he can actually beat people.
Hey,
Let me tell his ass that, but he listened to me.
Hey guys, check it out. Before we get started, definitely got to make sure that you like, share, subscribe, do all that great stuff that you do on YouTube. And I would say YouTube, but we're everywhere else now. We doing on Twitch, we got Twitter, we got Facebook on 2 channels. So I'm saying, watch where you watch. You know what I'm saying? I was really big about subscribers and shit like that, and I still want you to subscribe. Please do. But I'm not really worried about it no more. I just like being live. I like talking shit, and that's my element right there. So fuck it. What's good, y'all? What we doing today?
Until it gets compromised.
I'm the newbie.
right, until it gets compromised.
I'm the newbie.
Yes, he's the newbie, but he's doing the big up job this far. Christy
Thank
Queen
you so much.
of the Wrestling Asylum is also in the chat. Shout out.
Awesome. Shout out, Christy. But what's good, y'all? So we got Dre in the building. What up, Dre? Dre on wheels. Definitely no stranger to the Beeline.
Yeah, which y'all dressed up as for Halloween yesterday. I know
Shit,
Warren
y'all
dressed
saw
up
me.
as Deadpool, of course, so there ain't no debate about that. But
He was the real Deadpool this time. He wasn't.
Trey, man, did you dress up as that dude from
Damn.
Trey, man, did you dress up as that dude in Boys in the Hood, the one that's in the wheelchair with the
I'm done.
That would have been a good costume. With some real shit.
That could have been your costume yesterday, Trey. With no bullshit. I'm gonna lie
That
about
was a good costume.
Nah, I didn't though. I should have.
Y'all saw me.
Oh, I can't get that visual in my head now.
I was the insane fat clown posse.
Well,
at
least Warren's cracking up over there, so that's a good sign.
But I can't get that image out of my head now. That would, oh my gosh.
Until we watch his video.
That's gonna be like an introduction to Dre now. Like, that's all I'm gonna think of.
Warren, were you tapped to edit or Halloween?
Nah, man.
Oh, damn.
I actually just surprised. I got to come home and spend Halloween with my wife and daughter yesterday. So.
Now, man. We did not forget.
We did. We had Mario theme. My daughter was Peach, so my wife and me, we wore something with Mario. So I didn't get to get a costume this year. Just
what about you, Blackheart? What was you doing for Halloween, bro? Terrorizing kids?
Blackheart.
Robbing their candy?
And staying my ass in the house yesterday. That's all for
No, we need to play that clip off Wrestling.
Blackheart was out there at the end of every
Batman.
corner.
That's what we need to play.
He was at the end of every corner taking kids' candy out the bag. Like, let me see what they got.
I could have done that. I could have done that yesterday. I could have done that.
Yeah, mean mug the shit out of kids. Y'all better subscribe to the Off the Top Ropes podcast.
bitch, give me your candy. You ain't getting none of that.
He was out there dressed as a warrior, as Prano. Fucking God of War.
Listen, I
give me your fucking candy.
As Venom. Because
kids was like, nigga, I'm out.
You can't see me in the dark. I'm awesome.
Blackheart be wearing that ski mask, everything. He be ready to.
So, what's been going on with wrestling, y'all?
Besides you jabronis out there to be fickle fans, nothing.
Yeah, we had
nice every day.
Let's introduce it. Fuck it. Let's talk. Let's talk some shit. We're the Beeline, right?
Day.
All right, so
that should be a segment. What does the fickle fans have this week?
Here we go. He didn't even get it.
Listen, this is what Blackheart said. Beeline, check this shit out. Or Commission as well. Welcome, everybody. Listen, so Blackheart's saying that everybody who is classified as a wrestling fan.
Oh, we gonna talk about this?
We already gonna hurt these.
We'll start up a little bit. We'll do a little bit. And
okay, I'm smoke my ball for this thing. This is gonna get real long. And then
Blackheart always does this.
Listen. So if you're a wrestling fan, you should be able to research and find out about all promotions and not just one, like AEW, for example, or WWE.
WWE and AEW, because some of y'all are falling for two. We keep going.
Okay, so in the room with that clarification, in the room, let's start with Dre. How do you feel about that personally? Like, do you
damn,
feel like
started
if
with
you
Drake. Started with Drake. He wants it at a mellow state.
No, wait,
Then he
wait,
go to
wait.
chaos.
He wants this shit on record. That's why he was waiting. Oh,
Listen, I want to.
oh.
He's been well already.
You know what? So, all right. So, I mean, so you know what? For the sake of argument, I'm gonna go last.
What?
You already know my shit.
I was gonna go around. I was going around a little bubble, but all right, that's fine.
I just love how he goes Drake. He wants to get that mindset, like professional standpoint, and he gonna get the damn bone out, and he gonna see me and him just going at it.
I was gonna go last.
Motherfucker.
That's what it's about to be. You already know.
All right,
That man got his beer. He ready to go.
Go ahead, Dre.
I mean, personally, I grew up like I said, I grew up on WWE though, and as I got older, like we was having this conversation before we went live though, I watched other promotions, Ring of Honor or such like that. But just to clarify,
Really, you gotta put the sunglasses on.
Just to say you were or is a wrestling fan. Hold up, man. Hold up. So we can talk. I ain't got earphones on, so I think when
It's gonna be hard, yeah.
Yeah,
Warren shit like dominates the fucking. I don't know how mine sounds, but as soon as Warren says one thing, everybody else's shit like goes low.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
so
bro.
I think
Damn, the shit got foggy.
You're a WWE. You're not a wrestling fan just because you just watch WWE or AEW. I think whatever you watch, I mean, it's all wrestling. Whatever is New Japan, whatever it is, it's wrestling. And I think whatever you're interested into, even if you take the chance or the opportunity to go watch independent wrestling or WOW, Women of Wrestling, or Ring of Honor, or whatever it is, and you just like, man, you know what, this is cool. I like this, but when you turn on Friday nights on SmackDown, that may interest you more. Or when you turn on AEW on Wednesday night, that may interest you a little bit more. But I don't think, everybody, wrestling is subjective, and I think everybody got their opinion on what's what. And yeah, wrestling in general is, different, companies and whatnot, and not just WWE, what we see or what we grew up on. But hey, I don't, I wouldn't say you're not a wrestling fan just because you watch WWE or AEW. Like I just said, it's just like I think opinion though. So whatever floats your boat, I think you should watch it.
Okay, that's fair. I believe that's a fair assumption. Anybody
Brian,
have any
get your
objections?
You
Everybody
can
got
go
an
ahead,
objection?
Brian. This man warming up. I could already tell what he's about to go with this.
Go to the independent person right next to me and ask him that question.
It's a good point. It's a good point, Blackheart. Yo,
I want to know your point of view first, Brian. I really want to know your point of view first.
Well, we just talked independently.
Us behind the camera.
Yeah,
I didn't get to hear that part. All I got was literally where I knew I would probably pop in where you're saying something, and it was going to go into it. That's always where I get into that moment.
Can I have the room? Can I have the
Go
room?
ahead.
When my hand goes up, I'm just fucking around.
Shush, please.
When my fist goes up, y'all mouths go shut.
Right. But
Black version.
Warren, listen, I want to get your take. Yo. I want to see what you have as the only active wrestler in the room. Do you think that wrestling fans should actively have to follow let's just say multiple promotions to be considered a fan of wrestling in total?
I mean, obviously, from my point of view, when I first started wrestling, like I said, man, all I knew was WWE. I mean, obviously, we knew WCW. I joke about it. If I didn't watch the full episode of 1,000 Ways to Die, I would have never heard of TNA. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to y'all about it. But I mean, I've seen the independent wrestlings. I would go to these shows and stuff like that. But I would say back then I would have said no. But the way everything is now, man, you got knowledge on everything in the world. So really, say like if you're watching sports, if you follow one athlete, you're going to want to see the history of that person's highlights. You're going to say, oh man, you saw him in this game, man. Go look at 5 years ago when he won them the Super Bowl or done something in that category. You would look into that history standpoint. You've got wrestlers now that you can highlight, like if you're watching somebody off the NBA, because the way we have so much knowledge, we have so much footage. Like that's I have to say, this is the only downfall with the internet is they got way too much on somebody. If you've done something into an interactive thing like us, we could type in Google, at least 10 things pop up of us. It doesn't matter if anybody just watched us from this episode. They see, oh, they have their own show. This is not just the commission talks. They have, Off the Top Ropes podcast. They got the 1130 podcast.
Yeah.
They got the Beeline LLC. Like, they have all these different things. They're going to have to look at it and go, all right, I can research that. So, yes, I do agree to a certain scenario because you do have the opportunity to actually find this stuff now. Back then, no. I didn't follow New Japan. I'm not even gonna lie. The first time I watched a New Japan match was when Chris Jericho faced Kenny Omega, and that was the first time I watched that. And God forbid I will never stay up that late again just to try to watch one match. But you have these ways to find a way to find these content. So yes, I do agree to a certain scenario because some of these wrestling fans, and he knows where I'm going with this, where I can't stand when people go, oh, they botched this, they can't work, they can't do this, they can't do this. I'm sitting there telling you.
No, just tell what it is, Warren. Fickle fans.
Exactly. I mean, it's to a point to where they want to sit here and critique the people that busted their ass in a training school, busted their ass onto the independent scenes. That shit is not easy. That is not easy at all. Now independent has, I would say, it's gotten to in the spotlight to where it's okay to call yourself an independent wrestler anymore. Because back then, you couldn't call yourself an independent wrestler because first thing they would think, oh, you're a WWE guy. Oh, you're on WWE. How come I don't see you on that? And it kind of like just degresses your whole plateau there. So, yes, I do agree to that scenario. You do need to follow your research to watch wrestling because now it's so introduced in so many different ways. Like, I will give an example. My kids,
bro, you just gave a couple examples. All right, we got a whole room. This is the beginning of the show. We don't want to go too far.
My kids love WWE.
Man, this was your fault for bringing this shit up.
I'm sorry.
My kids love WWE. My kids can't watch nothing on AEW. They can't follow it. They don't understand it. But when they see it on WWE, it's something that they can catch to. They can instantly have a time to actually react to it because it's not simultaneously happening back and forth.
So would you call your kid not a wrestling fan just because they just watch WWE?
I mean, my kids are around wrestling all over the place, bro.
Look at Dre. Look at Dre.
But I'm saying my kids are around wrestling all the time.
Yeah,
the time.
Yeah. I got you though. But I'm just saying though, from watching it on television, you said they don't watch it.
They've tried to watch it though. My kids are trying. They attempted it. Most people are not attempting to watch other products.
Nah, but you can't say most people. That's a very heavy allegation.
No,
I wouldn't say most.
Okay, wait. All right, so let's talk about this, right?
So what's the percentage you think of people that are not watching
the Attitude Era that left after the Attitude Era? You try bringing them back now, they're gonna be like, "What the hell happened?" Like, you know, what I'm saying?
I will not lie. AEW fans did bring a lot of people that used to watch the Attitude Era back to wrestling.
I mean, I think AEW and in total brought a lot of wrestling fans just to see something new, because I think a lot of people left wrestling not just because of the Attitude Era, but because it was stagnated. It was very. It was stale because there wasn't competition like there was back in the day. That's what made the Attitude Era so great. It was a consistent competition.
Big stars like Stone Cold, The Rock, they all left and shit like that. And they didn't have anyone ready to replace that star to really be in that highlight of society. To where John Cena started having that rise, but he was the only one.
But John Cena definitely was. I mean, he wasn't. I wouldn't say he was the only one because you still had the Undertaker.
He was the only one in that goddamn fucking guy that made it to the movies. I don't see really on doing the A style movies. No, he's doing WWE fucking films. Get the fuck.
But everybody wasn't meant to do it. I mean, Bautista did it. I mean, you had a couple people that made it. I don't classify
when he was already gone.
Yeah, but I don't classify like the level of success that a wrestler has by a movie.
Oh yeah.
I understand what you mean.
Like, Steve Austin, tell that to The Rock, tell that to Hulk Hogan, who has movies out there.
Yeah, those are other
still go online and watch them
superstar level motherfuckers. Like, yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Studio companies, not these B fucking side fucking production companies and shit like that. They'll be like, hey man, we just want them because we got to fulfill our contractual obligation.
Shitting on Miz right now. You shitting on Miz right now.
So we ain't watching the Marine series anytime soon, huh?
Triple H 2, the fucking Chaperone movie. We talking about?
Triple H is a good example. So you're telling me Triple H owns
Who's
the
in
fucking
Blade?
company now? Damn near.
Who's in Blade?
No, I'm not talking about movies. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Your caliber doesn't. I get what you mean. Your level of like, superstardom
No,
as far as being
but
actual
I'm
superstar.
saying like as far as superstars that brought multiple outside fans in because they just like that character, they like that aura. Rock
That's
and
very
Austin,
true.
like I said, with the perfect
That's
prime
very true.
examples. When they left, they lost that. They lost that
they
fire. It
lost
wasn't
it
just
big
because of
time.
the competition. The star power was starting to go. Star
Yeah.
power is old. Father
And
time
they
didn't
didn't
need
need
nobody.
and they didn't need to replace it because they didn't have any competition. So they could have just used whatever they did. And
They
that's what
still
they
need a star person no matter fuck what. As
They
you
do.
see,
No, they
they
do.
still need
My
it.
point is
You
that
can
they
as a
didn't.
WWE fan, you can look all the way
Y'all
back
just
to
run with
the
shit.
very
All right, I
first
heard y'all.
They always had one person. They always had one person to be their main star for at least a decade.
Yeah, you definitely do. My point was
Classy Freddie
they didn't-
Blassie.
They didn't have
Classy Freddie
competition.
Blassie. Pedro Morales. Bruno Sammartino. And then that's when you start getting to the Flayers and shit like that. Whatever the whole.
That's also a different time period. Like back then, you didn't have to be as extravagant as now.
But no, listen. This is what happens when in WWE
You
land.
messed up
As I
picking
call
this
this,
topic.
every decade is.
I messed up. All right, Warren. See,
Okay,
Warren always
you-
thinks that a nigga's like don't know. All right, check it.
Come out of the WWE.
No, I'm just saying. I know how he gets. That's all I know.
Let's roll. No, me and Blackheart then. Fuck it. I'll battle anybody. I don't give a fuck. I'll battle the whole room. Listen, this is what I'm saying.
We can keep going all fucking day, man. And then this
You all bring up good points. Listen. Here's a valid fucking point. Listen.
Warren, you shut laughing over there.
Y'all all bring up good points, but everybody is putting their theory involved in a time period. Even what Warren just said. You have so many means to be able to follow wrestling. You know what that also means? You have so many means to be able to follow fucking everything. So it even makes way more sense that if I like watching WWE. Hold on, wait. Let me finish so you can understand what I'm
wasn't
saying.
even fully active until 1998.
I don't even know what you're saying because I'm trying to fucking talk real quick. Hold on, bro. Hold on, real quick, Blackheart.
Because back then, compared to back then, what is now, technology has evolved and changed. Nowadays, you can go on so many different wrestling websites and catch them on all this shit within one day.
You're absolutely right.
Back then in the night, it was different. We had to trade tapes. We had to actually be sitting here in the fucking living rooms watching the goddamn thing, just
recording tapes. Yeah, recording over your fucking high school reunion. Yeah, I know, bro. I've been there too. But my point is, you also have means to do that with everything. So that's why I'm trying to say, like, you're comparing a time period to a different time period. If I have the ability and I love wrestling back in the day, I'm wishing in my head, damn, I wish I could watch wrestling all the time. But then if you could take that kid from 1998 and put him into fucking 2018 and say, holy shit, I can watch wrestling all the time, but I don't just like wrestling. So now I only 24 hours in a day, bro. So I like Batman, I like Spider-Man, I like Superman. I can watch Netflix. I watch every fucking movie on the planet. I could download every song in my fucking life. So my time is still invested in multiple things that I enjoy at the simplistic fucking tips of my fingers. So now, just because I'm a wrestling fan and I like wrestling, it's available to me. So all I'm going to do is research fucking wrestling. Nah, because there's a lot of shit available to me. So if I'm going to filter out what I enjoy easily, that's accepted, that's available to me, and that's there. Now I have the option to decide, I watch this, it's convenient, bro. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't agree fully about if you don't fucking study or research everything, you can't be classified as a wrestling fan. If you like, Warren's kid likes to watch WWE, even if she didn't try AEW. No, daddy, WWE's on. Fuck that other shit. I wouldn't fault her like, oh, I'd be like, oh shit, Warren's daughter loves wrestling.
And that's
how I would view it.
And that's the thing I was making. My son, he will watch. He will look at it, but he won't watch AEW. But when WWE come on and Seth Rollins come out, that's when he will watch it. But I wouldn't say, man, you ain't a wrestling fan just because you don't watch the rest of the wrestling that Daddy be watching. You like what you like, though. And then another thing is, though, it is a different time where everything is available at your fingertips, and it's so much wrestling content that's on like 7 days a week. So it's like less is more, and that's what less is more. And I think now we get so much more, and then you gotta like try to keep up with so much. It's like I wouldn't necessarily say, I think to a certain point, if you are, to a certain degree, but I mean, I wouldn't say you're not a wrestling fan, just because you watch just one company. If you just like watch Impact and that's all you watch, you're not a wrestling fan. Or you just watch WWE, you're not a wrestling fan. So.
But like Blackheart said, but don't be talking shit like you were.
That's what really Blackheart's trying to get
I
to.
said I categorize y'all. That's what the fuck I really said. You actually broke out the concept of what the fuck I said. I said, don't call yourself a wrestling fan if you do not know outside of just the general two about anything.
If you didn't attempt it, at least. If you
don't, and then try to attempt that to make it seem like you know something that you don't know. Because a lot of wrestling fans do that, and
I know what you mean, bro.
Wait. And to correct Dre's point, majority of those, a good portion of fans are handicapped and special needs people. Let's not forget about that.
Oh, I know. Because every time I go to events, the special need handicap section is sold out.
Exactly. So when it comes to believability and look how kids, teenagers, teens, young adults, and us full-grown adults view it, it's far different. I can understand that. What I was trying to explain was, compared to back then, and I'm going to say this for myself as a wrestling fan, because before, I could easily tell you, if you were talking to the 12-year-old me, and we were sitting there chilling, and like blah, 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 whatever, 12-year-old me would have probably said, I'm a WWE fan, because that's all the I've been watching thus far. I did not know about TNA. I did not know about all that until I found out on my own reconnaissances. No one put me onto those. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to try to look at something new instead of me just stay stuck on one thing. As you get older, you're starting to want to think and change. Okay, there's got to be something else out there as far as wrestling is concerned. That's when I found out about the independent promotion. As far as the school project, back in the 7th grade, we had to write a letter to a business about a summer program, and I actually had one of those joints. And it's still in one of my drawers, just to remind myself I could have signed this goddamn thing. I could have went to wrestling training, and I could have been done something else. I could have been already started training since middle school to become a wrestler. I could have, but then different, my life alters and it takes you to a different path. That's going to happen too. Your interests are going to change as you do get older. Some people that live, breathe, and die wrestling, they're going to make this shit first before any other fucking sport. Basketball, football, hockey, no matter the fuck that you want to throw at me. Some wrestling fans are diehard wrestling fans. They will put that wrestling first. I'm one of those. Because wrestling is what I grew up at before. I know it's basketball, Michael Jordan, shit like that. Wrestling came first in my life. And
Me too.
So when you get older, and then you started feeling like, okay, you don't want to keep being stuck over here in WWE. Yeah, I mean, it's cool like what they're doing, but there's it's anything else. TNA came out. That's when I slowly came into it, but I wasn't interested. So just like Dre said about his son, watching AEW, that's how I felt back then. But it took me a while because it was brand new. The production was low, blah, 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 shit like that. It wasn't what you so used to watching over there. That's why I said about people being brainwashed. Because we've been watching one company for so damn long because they monopolized the fucking game. So when it got on television, if you was born in the late 80s and 90s like I did.
They're also great too, though, bro. I'm not shit on WWE. WWE is fucking great too, though, man.
So like I said, and then human nature does come into effect. You do get older, your interests do change and shit like that. So you might not be, really active in like that anymore, but you still have like a small interest in it that you still keep away from time to time. I have a lot of friends.
Plus, it helps build the excitement. Here's a great example with Magnus. Nobody knew who Nick Aldis was when he was announced to be the general manager of SmackDown. In a WWE audience standpoint wise, like if you think as a legit wrestling fan, that was huge. That was a huge scenario.
NWA, Impact, and all of this shit before he got there.
Nobody knew who that guy
was. I heard of Magnus before, but I didn't know that was him. I didn't know the fuck it was.
Yeah. Fans though, and I think this is why it's so cool from even hearing Blackheart say what he says though, and I kind of like get where he's coming from because
this is why when I feel like people get stifled when they watch something when they get older, they're only going to know. Like some people that walk up to me and you see some people will walk up to me, know my wrestling podcast teacher, and the first thing that they ask me, what's going on in WWE? not in anything else. The secondary question will be an
That's the
AEW
category,
question.
bro.
Why not?
Yeah, I feel you
Those
there.
two questions are brainwashed because that's all that you see on television.
Told you, man. We need that Wolverine slide, just the WWE rolling over the head.
One thing
But
that
that's not. It's sorry, Dre. Yeah, my bad. You were trying to talk.
one thing that he said that was interesting that I can agree with him or understand where he coming from is because some like he said, wrestling came first. Wrestling was number one. And then certain people either love all everything else, and they they like wrestling, they like to enjoy it. But then to certain people, wrestling is life to them. So I think
we know the perfect person, our man Eric.
Yeah, so I see
a prime example.
From his perspective, wrestling is life to him. So it's like, you can't tell him you're a wrestling fan without knowing X, Y, B, Z, Z.
And he will prove your ass wrong.
And then on the other hand,
but that's not. I'm just sorry, but that's what I'm saying. Like just because somebody is a Ninja Turtles fan and shit. Just because somebody's a Ninja Turtles fan, let's say you're a Ninja Turtles fan, fuck wrestling for a minute, and you walk up to another, and you had the blanket when you were little, you had the toys, Bebop, Rocksteady, you watched all the movies,
Last Roni, shit like that. I'm asking you about the latest Last Roni, bro. That's what I'm.
Does that make me not a Ninja Turtles fan because oh shit, I missed that. Like I don't know, like. That's what I'm saying. Like the clarification is too deep. Like if I walk into a wrestling fan and they say, "Oh, you don't know fucking Sushi Okada or whatever," and I'm like, "No, I don't know."
And other categories is different though. It's far different.
No. All right, wrestling
fans that will come around that came at certain time periods in their lives. Like you gotta understand, we are older. Some of the younger wrestling fans may not know the people that we grew up watching.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's not the point though, bro. What I'm trying to say is. What you just said, Black, or like, and I was cool. Like, I definitely agree with Dre. What he said about what you said, like, growing up, and first thing you know is wrestling. But that was all I knew. That's all I fucking started watching. I love wrestling. I didn't even love like football and shit. My dudes was doing what's it called? I wasn't even into it. Basketball, none of that shit. Fighting came later. For UFC and shit, that's my new shit.
Yeah, and then, like I said, all the other shit is
with Pride and all that.
The number one thing that you remember about your child, the number one company
was wrestling. Yeah, WWE, man.
Yeah,
and WCW, because WCW was a big. I was thinking about this shit the other day. WCW was a big one. I stopped watching I said this shit the last time. I stopped watching WWE for a minute so I could focus on fucking WCW. When NWO started coming out and everything like that, Hulk Hogan jumped ship, like you were saying about John Cena. There's different reasons.
I had 2 TVs.
Yeah, people do that shit now.
I was straight to either way. I was okay with it.
What's that? Repeat back and forth. Previous channel. Flick it back and forth.
And that's how it was, and that's how like we did back in the day. Like we used to trade tapes, and if you to learn about other shit that was out there, because that was the only way that you that you would know. Technology wasn't how it is now.
Yeah, no, it's not.
You're now right. So many promotions out there, so you get easy, right? I mean, so like you said, right at your fingertips, right on your laptop, smart TV.
Yeah, there's super fans out there, bro. But I don't think that just because somebody doesn't have a want to do
IWTV, because now without them, you wouldn't. Now you have a reason to actually watch Warren at DCCW.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know I don't like watching fucking. I don't like watching NXT. I don't like watching W. And if I went to somebody and said, "Hey," and they were like, "Well, you like wrestling?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love it. I've watched it my whole life." And they said, "Oh, but you don't watch NXT?" And they say, "Well, you're not a wrestling fan then." I'm like, "What the fuck are you? Are you crazy?" Like. Like that would never be an argument that you could have with me because I'd be like, "What makes me not a wrestling fan?" Because
I like the Warrior. Did you know who the
like
Warrior
we would be
was?
battling for life and shit. Like, well, do you know more than me? And I'm like, nigga, why does that fucking matter? Like, literally, I love what I.
Segment should be
love.
anything you could do. I could do better.
I wouldn't challenge somebody like, "Oh shit, he knows his shit, man. I ain't fucking with him. Like, I ain't going to."
Are you really a wrestling fan?
This is why we have. This is why I made the game called WrestleNary for to test that fucking trivia, to test that game.
It was really like test that out.
And being able to do that. But the main point before, because we wasted a half a fucking hour. Jesus Christ.
No, that's cool.
My main argument was based on my experience as a wrestling fan. So which means, yes, I did grow up watching WWE first. Over as I grew, WWE and WCW with a little sprinkle of ECW. I'm not going to bullshit about this. The WCW, ECW goes down. WWE is the only game in town.
W2, yeah.
So of course, we'll watch that. 2003-4 was started to TNA land. I was in and out of it because of Xfinity and stuff like that. And then I was in high school. So, I was active in the street. That's when I hopped off the porch. So I wasn't really in the house like that. Unless periodically I'll tune into it, see like a Abyss, Kurt Angle, stuff like that. All of these newer guys that's why I started sprinkling them. Okay, sprinkle that. But it was WWE until maybe college. That's why I took a break. Start watching it because, obviously art school was going to have the my full blown attention and shit like that. I didn't get back into WWE realistically, I think, till 2011. 2011, I think, when the Shield came back. I mean, I think when the Shield first came in to play.
Oh,
when
wow.
they first debuted, that's when I came back in.
That's a big ass chunk. Yeah.
That's 3 years that I wasn't watching WWE right then and there. Wasn't watching TNA because I started watching it after like 2007. And then I know shit about it. I didn't know shit about New Japan Pro Wrestling until maybe I was 26. That's when I started peeping into the game about that. That's when internet, as we know right now, laptop shit like that, you can easily just go online now, do research. So I'm like, okay, let me just dedicate some time and let me research this shit. Let's see what other shit is actually out there. And that's how I started slowly coming back into the play. And then I want to learn more about the indies because I thought about, well, if it's just like basketball, these wrestlers got to come from somewhere to start their careers before they get to the main stage to get the bigger money. And that's how I met Warren.
That's awesome, man. It's always cool to hear somebody.
That's why I said you can't call yourself a wrestling fan unless if you're going to actually watch it, analyze, and just know what you're seeing so you can at least keep up with these other wrestling fans that's out there. Because
I feel you, bro.
Really, some of them really don't care, but some of them will really trickle you and really.
Yeah, I feel you. If I talk to one person, they say, "No, I know wrestling. I know The Rock." Like, what, motherfucker? I feel you there. You're like,
and people question me because I'm black. I'm like, that don't mean shit. My mother was the one that brought me into wrestling.
Trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? And she was a fan. As I found out through my family. So I was like, hey man, like you can't stop what's you can't stop what's in your blood, B.
Well, I'm just glad that we all know each other as fucking wrestling, and we are able to speak on something that we love all together, man. It's a great thing, bro. It's like I fucking love wrestling, man. My whole life. I used to hate when people used to say, "Oh, you watch that shit still?" Like, yeah, motherfucker, it's great, bro.
I remember those days. Isn't that crazy that we could actually talk about that?
I can still watch basketball and shit like that, but wrestling has been my first love.
I will say that was the coolest thing. Like I did fall out like in 2010 because it was really weird. But when I got to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, this was when I was in college, and when Rock and Cena were headlining WrestleMania, and seeing so many people in that restaurant to watch WrestleMania.
I remember that. I never watched that interview.
I've never seen that many wrestling fans in my area in a long time like that.
Big deal,
like
man.
it was super cool to me. Like it was just like a whole camaraderie. That's one thing I love about it.
I remember watching WrestleMania 25. I think the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels match. I watched it at someone else's house and shit like that. So I was like,
great match.
I'm like, damn, my boy's still at it. Undertaker, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like even in that gap, I was still like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, like, my man is still active. Like he still hasn't retired yet. Shawn Michaels is still active too. I'm like,
I remember watching Shawn Michaels.
That was when I was in college. So like I said, like, I was in actually watching for like 3 years until 2011. 2012, that's when I crept back in.
Yeah, I think one thing that really amazes me when I do chat with wrestling fans, whether it's you guys or just other people, and how they say, well, I fell out, for it, and I got back into it, man. And I always look at myself kind of crazy. It was like, well, damn, like what? Why didn't I fall out of it? But maybe I just been watching ever since.
Life got in the way. Life came in the way. College, my mother had died.
Bro, it used to be bad if you watch a wrestling. I do remember that. It used to be bad if you watch wrestling.
My mind was left field until then. Saying like I was like a junior, and that's when I started watching it again, trying to keep up. Couldn't watch it every Monday, of course, but I still trying to keep up off like social media or looking like YouTube, shit like that.
That's what I was.
And that that's how
that was me. I've been watching wrestling
and seeing certain people, seeing certain people.
I probably wouldn't watch like for a certain extent, maybe from like 2007 to maybe 2010. I didn't watch SmackDown, so I will always watch Raw, but I didn't watch SmackDown.
I stopped when they were putting on Tuesday nights. That felt weird to me.
No, that
Yeah,
was
that felt weird to me too, because I was like, why would
I loved it when it was on UPN
Thursday
Thursday nights. Man.
Thursday night SmackDown,
either Thursdays or Fridays. Like I was so used to
Fridays wasn't even that good either for a while.
Thursdays was a shit.
Thursday nights, like
Thursday was
that
great.
UPN opening.
Thursday was great for the
was
school
just-
nights. You know what I'm saying? For the
Fridays-
school nights,
Fridays
Thursday night was great because Friday was like, okay, the weekend, bro, it's just active to
Yep. Go home, go to school, and talk about it.
Yo, we were chilling.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That was a great fucking comment. Yo, so that was a really good topic, I think. That was a good topic.
This counts as one topic, man. We went
That was
overboard.
a good fucking topic right there.
Yeah, man. He set me up. He set us up for all this shit.
I just
My
like
bad,
how
my
me
bad.
and Black
You
are
should've
tag
watched all this
team.
time, right?
Black, hot tag.
Oh, people was watching that shit.
Watch
Y'all.
this,
I'll tell you that right now.
hot
People was
tag.
definitely watching that. People was
Oh,
watching
you
that.
know,
All right, let's go ahead and jump into some
hot tag.
businesses we got. Hot tag, hot
Free
tag.
tag.
Where we at on there, motherfucker? All right, who want to go
We're
first?
like
man?
Captain Planet.
I go first. I go first.
I don't want to just distribute. All right, let's go with Dre. Dre, you got a topic this week. What's going on, brother?
All right, we got a new documentary out right now on Peacock, and starring Vladimir, which I just realized what his name was. And I remember as we were just talking about, growing up watching wrestling and stuff. I remember seeing this guy at every single taping, what it was, whether it was WrestleMania, Superstars, Main Event, or whatever it was. And I was like, man, what did this guy do? What did this guy do? But this was supposed to come out, I believe, 2021. And as we've seen over the many years of fans or super fans coming to WWE, whether it's the Brock Lesnar guy, the guy right here.
That's Weird Al, ain't it?
He's the one that has the Mets jersey. He's out there all the time too.
A bunch of them, though, so I think that documentary that they put together for him, because as we was just talking about, wrestling was life. He'd been to every WrestleMania besides, I believe,
Nice segue.
that was in the Performance Center that had no fans. So it was like watching, you as a wrestling fan and how he met all these, wrestlers. And, I think I can relate, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us can relate because, wrestling, to some of us was our first love. And, me personally, I don't have a bunch of money to travel to these wrestling events, and I always was like, damn, I wish I could sit front row all the time like the green shirt guy or a couple other guys.
Red hat.
Yeah,
Red hat.
Man.
Remember him on Deal or No Deal?
W.
Yeah, he had a
Remember, he was on Deal or No Deal, and WWE, it was the WWE special. That's how everybody knew who he was.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the red hat guy is.
Yeah,
What the fuck is that?
He's a truck driver.
Yeah. So I think, that's awesome that, shit. I mean, if I could do it, I probably would. But I mean, being a super fan of that type of content, I think it was awesome though. But yeah, I think that's basically.
I think that's kind of like how Blackheart was saying as well. Like, your circumstances kind of match that. If you can do that, like, because I think everybody in this room, if we had the opportunity, like, and also just saying with these guys, I don't know if they're just given this opportunity, but apparently they make their life work to the ability that they can go to all these fucking events. I know I definitely couldn't. I mean, even if I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the red hat guy won the Deal or No Deal. He won $1 million that night.
Oh,
after taxes, he's only walking out with $850. Okay,
I'm cool with that.
He's making something if he's still doing these shows.
Well, my first question is, number one, how the fuck is this man making that much money to keep or getting those similar tickets, similar seats, similar row that he always?
They got to work the deal.
If you really chronologize when he says that, he's always in the same place.
Yeah.
Did it ever say like the pricing that they talked about on that documentary? Did they say anything like that? I haven't got to see it yet.
Yeah, me neither.
He didn't tell the prices or anything though. But a lot of people thought that he was Vince McMahon's personal. Yeah.
They called him the red hat guy. The one that you're talking about, Vladimir. He was very popular when golly, I think the first one he showed up was something with Warrior. Because I think that's what invested him into the show was Warrior.
I think it was in Madison Square. They actually showed it on the show Madison Square Garden where Roddy Piper asked him who he's with, and he said Hulk Hogan, and the crowd was crazy, and that was kind of like him. You know,
that was 80. That wasn't that like 89 when he fought Hogan.
I think it was about 80. It was somewhere around that time. I know
like
it was
89. I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't a. It wasn't a.
How long was the documentary? Was it really long, or was it like one of those short ones?
About 40 minutes though. About Vladimir.
Go.
You know, him being a super fan and just basically more so telling the story.
You're trying to look for prices right now.
Also of how he dealt with life when the pandemic happened, and he had wrestling to sort of go to.
So, bro, he was behind the screens too. A couple of them were behind the screens while they were doing the no fans in the stand. They were behind the screens watching it still.
That's awesome. Yeah, you see, like the Brock Lesnar guy, he goes like every damn event.
Yeah, I totally forgot about him. All I remember was the red hat guy, and there's one that wears a Mets jersey. He goes to every single one. I saw him at WrestleMania. I saw him at saw him at all NXTs.
Who always holds up the Trinidad flag guy? He's at most.
Yes. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
they don't come to wrestling events no more, but I believe they're from the Ohio area. It's like a couple. One wore green. The woman wears a lime green shirt or jacket, and the husband wears a pink jacket. And they will come to wrestling events.
Damn, y'all some. I don't know how y'all pay attention to all that
shit. I didn't know anyone about them.
I know the green shirt guy. That's it.
And I think they were on a Kiss Cam. I think that's how you first got introduction to them, if I remember.
Blackheart, where you go, bro?
I always wondered, like, how the hell
you trying to find prices? He's trying to be a super fan.
Like fucking $5,000. Them seat that green shirt guy sits in. I think that shit's like $3,000, like at least every
easily.
At least. Yeah, that's very.
I'm pretty sure they got. I'm sure they get a deal. They gotta get a deal if they're going to all these events. Like I remember they talked about the red hat guy. Like I said, he was on Deal or No Deal, and they did a WWE special, and the WWE guys were there encouraging him to pick the briefcase or whatever. That's how I even knew about him. But
listen,
and when you go back and watch all these shows and stuff, you see that red hat guy everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere, same clothes every time.
Yo, when my brother was doing security in a apartment complex in Atlanta, and he knew this one lady who lived there, and she worked for WWE, bro. And just with that, the one time that I went last year,
you ain't shit.
We was asking you. Okay, fuck it, I'm trying to be nice. but yo, he got us fucking seats, bro. We were in the front. At first she said we were going to sit at the top, but then she was like, hey, there's nobody down here, and we sat behind the production team and shit. So we were right the fuck there. We had the choice. I had my kids with me, so I didn't want to go to a lot of people.
What was that SmackDown, right?
That was the SmackDown before Clash of the Castle. And
okay,
we sat right there.
You sent me on the Facebook, right? Was that the one you were sending me? Because I remember you were telling me about the SmackDown was live, and you really
it was SmackDown. It was SmackDown. Though we saw the Uso, we saw everybody there, and we had seats. We didn't pay for shit. And they brought us down, and he just knew her from his job. So people got connections, man. That's probably another reason you see a lot of these people that are like, literally the same seat.
I would hope they work at
some. Fuck that, man. We need to check
$3,000 tickets.
We need to check that man's tax returns. We need to check everything, the assets, the will. We need to check the 401k plan.
Bro, man, this is real cool. This man talking about, let's go check this man's taxes returns.
Yep.
All right, Blackheart's here. I wanted to wait so we can watch Warren's because Blackheart's funny. I want to.
Yeah, right. Ready?
All right. That's a good one, Dre. That was definitely a good one. I mean, super fans are somebody like, you guys are blowing my mind a little bit because, like I said, I usually notice the green heart, the green shirt dude.
Superfan kind of looks like his buddy over there, Austin Theory, a little creepy.
Oh my God, you don't ever let me hear the end of it.
How the fuck right back in his face? Yeah, I didn't forget about you, bitch.
Austin's cool with me, bro. He shook my hand when him and the Usos, after I got out that event, we were standing right in the parking lot. The Usos and Austin Theory and I forgot who else was with him, but they passed by and the Usos, they gave us a
baby
thumbs up.
face. That's
Austin
what he
shook
was
my
on
hand.
the Indies.
Yeah, he's cool. Cool shit to me.
He lives
All right,
in
let
their
me go.
area.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, we got Warren. You up next, brother?
Ass.
What you got?
Such an asshole.
Fucking hungry.
Sorry to hear that, man. Get all that money that you get off that contract, get a facelift.
Oh my god! Shut up! Stop it! Stop!
No, stop his shit.
Leave him alone.
No, the same way about this whole Vladimir superfan, creepo.
You saying he's ugly? You saying he looks fucked up?
Bro, he talking about Austin Theory looks like he drives a white van or something.
He
God help me.
looks like one of the damn predators from Law and Order SVU from back in the day.
Austin Theory?
No, not Austin Theory. Vladimir.
Oh, Vladimir, yeah.
Oh,
Vladimir.
yeah. I'm about to say Austin Theory.
When you were talking about Austin Theory, that had that
Austin
pedophile
Theory.
face. You kept
Austin
saying
Theory
that.
Well, Ari Theory looks like a PEPO.
That is something somebody who went to jail says completely. Gotta be honest. And I'm speaking from fucking acknowledgement.
That man called you out.
Hey, listen, we relate. So I'm saying, like, if you're anything like me, bro. But all right, go ahead, Warren.
I don't know. I don't got kids over here.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, Warren. All right, Warren, you stalled long enough. We gotta watch your shit now. Let's go. You gotta make up for last week. All right, you want to hit the clip first? You want to say no words? All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, say no motherfucking word because this slide is over real.
Oh yeah, I know what it is now. Okay,
Here we go.
All right, man. We're talking about the most underrated superstar in WWE history.
Warren.
Who is it?
Warren.
Oh my god.
Warren.
Oh my god.
Warren.
That timing was impeccable.
Because he spits hot fire. That's
Oh
what.
my gosh.
Warren. Damn, we got Val Venus up there? I don't
Bro,
think
he was underrated, man.
underrated.
He had a hell of a gimmick.
Nah, he did. I think, in my opinion,
He had a good gimmick
he
at that time.
he
bro.
fit perfectly where he was.
No question mark?
Now, if you want to say underrated, I'll give you one right off the bat. Owen Hart.
Ravishing Rick Rude definitely was one.
Ravishing Rick Rude, he was nice. I don't know. He got his time though. He got a lot of shine though, bro. I mean, underrated means they completely underutilized him.
He should have been on the main. I would have at least had one or two WWF titles on Ravishing Rick Rude at that time.
Video you showed Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin
That's a good one.
career. He won the Intercontinental, United States Champion, ECW Tag Team, all that. All you could think of. He was in the inaugural Money in the Bank ladder match. I think the only title that eluded him was becoming the WWE champion. And obviously, he spent the most of his time on Monday Night Raw, where Triple H had the reign of terror with the World Championship. So he wasn't, and at that time, we all knew WWE wasn't giving opportunities to Black African.
I was just about to fucking say. I was gonna say as soon as you got done. Yep. And you hate to say that. You hate to pull the race card, but on some real shit, Shelton Benjamin definitely is one of those ones that I don't understand how the fuck he escaped, especially in his second run. Because I feel like his second run, fuck the tag teams. I feel like they should have gave him a high title and he could have ran with that shit. Yeah. He seemed like he was main event material, bro. But we don't know the inside politics, so I don't know. But it was phenomenal. What you got, Blackheart?
Warren. Like I said.
Oh, he said Warren. Okay, that's a real pick. Okay. Hey, Warren, that's kind of a nice that's a nice gesture there.
Love you too. Love you too.
I would say seriously, I would say the most underrated. Somebody I thought should have had a lot more of a push. I would say Mr. Perfect, yo. I feel like his character, he was a great character altogether, and I feel like a main event title. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. But I feel like he definitely would have been perfect to see in a main event scene. After a while, he went to WCW, became Kurt Hennig, and he kind of just had that caliber. He came back to WWE, and after that, met his demise and shit, unfortunately. But he was definitely an amazing fucking wrestler. Him and Bret Hart put on one of the fucking greatest matches of all time at SummerSlam '91, and I think he had a lot left in the tank that he really could have, put a lot more forward. But yep,
I said
Okay,
one.
fine.
Jake the Snake.
Okay, fine. Brian Pillman.
Ah,
He didn't get a
I would have
chance,
to
though.
disagree with you. I'd have
He
to
was
disagree
already
with you.
hurt,
on
though.
Brian. I don't think he was. I don't
He was
think he.
already hurt, though, bro. He
No,
really
You
did
would
not
see
do
him
much
doing-
in the WWE.
No, I'm thinking about like the WCW.
You're talking about WCW days?
Yeah, I'm thinking
Brian
about
Bryan.
that. And what they was trying to
If he
bring
never
over to
got
WWE,
I
but
think he would have got a
hurt
run.
before he even came into play. So
I
just
think
feel
his
like-
name would have went over Stone Cold at that time because I think that's what they were
and
looking
that,
at.
Yeah, and that's
That is
why I'm
crazy.
saying that
That's the
because we
craziest shit I've
never
ever heard in my
really
fucking life.
gotten
Bro,
that
look
thing,
how
not because Brian Pillman to me is like losing Glenn Bias.
no lie, Brian. Like Brian Pillman made a lot of people watch WCW because of the stuff that he just did, the outlandish stuff.
Warren, let me tell you
Because
something.
some of
Did
the
you watch
stuff that he did
WCW?
was- Huh?
Hold on, Warren.
Yeah.
Did you watch WCW?
Yeah.
You watched WCW in the Nitro days, like when it
Yeah,
came
yeah.
on and it was Thunder on Thursday.
I had the
And
repeat.
you're,
but
and you're,
8
you're
o'clock,
telling
watch
me,
that.
hold on, wait.
9
You're
o'clock,
telling me
right there.
right now that flying Brian Pillman was a big reason that people watch WCW?
I mean, some people
There's
kind of
no
wanted that
way.
over the edge type
Cruiserweight.
attitude.
It was
Honestly.
pre-cruiserweight though.
Yeah.
I mean, even with
It was
that.
pre-cruiserweight, so he
the
was
people-
bringing
the people-
something new.
Let me name 5 people that people
WCW.
was watching outside of NWO and anything. I'm gonna name 5 people that people watching WCW before, outside of Goldberg, outside of all of them,
I
Nash,
say
all of
Booker
them.
T was definitely one.
Booker T, definitely one. You also had Raven.
Rey
And I'll
Mysterio
put in Raven's
Jr.
flock. Even with that, I'll put in, that goes with Billy Kidman. And you also have the smaller guys like the Val Venuses on WWE. You had fucking Disco Inferno. You had Glacier.
Oh, I hated Disco Inferno.
Jericho. There was a lot
I'm
of
out of here. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
You said Disco Inferno?
They to win the fucking TV title.
Goodbye and good
I'm
night.
telling you, bro.
Goodbye and
I'm
good
telling
night.
you.
There
There was never even a flying Brian Pillman.
Disco Inferno.
For real.
Disco with a pencil ever since Prince turned stuff into a symbol.
Hey, I can
Bro,
see Brian
serious?
dancing to
That
Disco
was the
Inferno
shit.
coming out.
No, I'm out of here.
It was watching. He was on every week, bro. He was weekly fucking television.
Black Card Beauty is back.
Bro, look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
William Regal, I think. William
It-
Regal was definitely one.
Big, yes. William Regal's one.
He
for
wasn't
sure.
as big until he got into WWE, bro. William Regal, remember, he was the hardworking man with the fucking flannel on. He didn't really get a lot of love. He fought, Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, whatever. He didn't make a lot of noise in WCW, bro. DDP was the big noisemakers. Booker T,
Yeah.
even the guys I said are like the super mid card.
Yeah.
Even Booker T was considered mid card, at that point.
No, you're right. But I think William Regal in WWE in general, though, not in WCW though, because I really see him too much in WCW. I heard about the whole hardworking man gimmick, but I think
Yeah.
in WWE William Regal, I think he is definitely one that's underrated,
Yeah.
became
Phenomenal wrestler.
WWE champion. But definitely, man, as far as guys that's in WCW, I guess since you said,
They balanced it. Disco Inferno was too much for him to handle. But I'm saying he was active every night. My point is, flying Brian Pillman, he wasn't even on my radar when I was watching when I was younger and shit like that. And not saying that I know everybody, but I was consistently watching WCW, and I don't remember him being even. You still had Eddie Guerrero, you still had Dean Malenko, you still had Chavo Guerrero, you had all of these people that flying Brian, and he was in WWE. WCW earlier as well. Like he was like what 93, 94. I don't even think he was in that long. I can't remember how long he was in WCW. But damn, I fucking cleared the whole room out because I said one name. God damn, it's wrestling in it. Motherfuckers left forever and shit.
The dog's going crazy for a second.
For real, man. Not everybody's good.
I think my dogs reacted when you said Disco Inferno. So I don't know.
Oh shit, Disco Inferno, he was a good gimmick, man. That was one thing I give WCW. They had some really fucked up shit, like the shark and all that shit or whatever. But they also
that.
They knew how to put shit over.
I remember when Sting was walking with RoboCop. That was,
bro. WWE had some fucked up shit too, like the Turtles. Remember the fucking Ninja Turtles?
Oh god, the Gobbledygooker.
Gobbledygooker. Bastion Booger, fucking
Mae Young giving birth to a hand.
Early '90s gimmicks, man. When Monday Night Raw first came out, the truck driver, who had to come out with the trash truck and everything.
oh yeah, what's his name? That's
I cannot
Duke.
think of
Duke Dumpster Duke,
Droz,
or whatever. I
Droz,
forgot.
Droz.
something like that. Even Kane.
Nah, Droz is different. I know he's talking about. He's talking
Duke
about
Duke
the guy
Dumpster,
came with
Dumpster or something like that.
Duke the Dumpster. Yeah, I remember him.
Even Kane, where he had Isaac Yankees, like
Yeah, Isaac Yankee.
gimmicks
Yep.
were
Oh,
crazy.
shit, I forgot about that.
That was Kane's second gimmick too in WWE.
Yep.
Isaac Yankee
'Cause
was
he
right
came
before
out
Kane.
with what was the first one? Damn, I can't remember.
He fought
right
Bret
now.
Hart. He fought Bret Hart at fucking SummerSlam, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually utilized.
Yep. I remember that. I remember when Taker faced his imposter and then found out his wife cheated on him.
Bro, yeah, that shit. I thought that match was gonna be so much better than it was. It was a nice build.
Well,
It
they
was a
were
nice
going to
build.
kill each other. I remember because he was actually a trainer. The guy
Yeah, wait
that
for
was
Blackheart to get
impersonating
back.
Undertaker.
No, that was not
He
Brian
was in
Adams.
WCW.
I thought the impersonator was Brian Adams. Crush.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I can't remember who the fuck it was. All right. I don't know if Blackheart's still listening, but I said one name and you quit the show and shit. What the fuck is going on?
main character everybody watched for WCW. I guarantee it's got to be Goldberg. I mean, he was just something different.
Later on, I think Sting would take that.
Sting
first.
was definitely. I say Sting is definitely when you say WCW, he has to be that guy that headlined it for it to be trailblazed
Hogan
to what
too.
it was.
Hogan
definitely
too.
Hogan.
Hogan was,
is the reason why people really looked at it and said, "Oh, this means business." When he turned on it and went in the NWO persona, because when he came out to that red and yellow thing, he didn't look like Hulk Hogan we saw. Like obviously he leaned out a lot or whatever, and it was just like, is that really him at the time? But when he dropped that leg drop on Macho, and it was just like, oh no, like anybody, even if you first time watched it, and you look at that guy and go, I like him, and then when he does that had to change your whole mindset. Like, oh, hold up, what just happened?
For real. And that's one of the interesting things about like Hulk Hogan.
I gotta say, Raven might be underutilized. If Raven really could have got utilized for his character to what he was in ECW, because we talk about Sabu and guys like that. Bro. Raven was a character.
Yeah, Raven's was phenomenal.
Fucking character.
Perry Saturn, Billy Kidman.
Oh boy,
yeah, that shit was great.
Perry Saturn, man, I wish they would have done something more with his moppy gimmick. After he did that moppy, he made that shit over,
horrible, bro.
It was over though. I loved it. I love the little goof. See, I like the comedy skit things. I like it because it makes it look okay. It makes like, say like when we watch these soap operas and stuff, you're not going to sit and want to watch all that mushy gushy relationship shit. We're going to want to look at it, the stuff that invest men to watch it. When you watch this comedy standpoint, it helps make people go, oh, they're human too. Like this is cool. Like this is funny. Like the shit they did with Crash Holly. Crash Holly, you knew damn well he wasn't going to get any
carrying the scale around.
Huh?
That was a good fucking carrying a scale around to show that he.
When he carried that scale, it made him stand out to many people. Just
that was a good gimmick.
That's like Hurricane, like him being a fucking superhero and stuff. Like it just changed so many different visuals into that perspective. And I mean, if Hurricane was a little bit bigger, I think Hurricane would have been a good draw, just because if he had the size for it, whatever.
Gregory Helms.
I like Gregory Helms better than Hurricane, but yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it is what it is.
I'm more shocked though about the Disco Inferno one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What are you shocked about?
I don't like the guy personally, so it don't matter to me.
Oh yeah, we going off personal feelings, but I'm saying like you said, Brian.
I'm just saying like that character.
WCW and shit. Nobody watched WCW because of Brian Pillman, bro. I would be shocked if somebody said that they did.
I mean, ECW fans probably tuned in from it because you're going in a whole different spot. Yeah, Brian Pillman was really, really well known in like other federations and stuff like that. So
Well,
you bring that guy in here as a loose cannon standpoint. You got Stone Cold trying to make it look like he's the only character that is the one that doesn't trust in the rules. Then you get Brian Pillman into this because everybody goes, oh, that was his tag team partner. Oh, this is where we're getting the Stone Cold era and stuff like that. So, I mean, it could have made something into it. Pillman was very entertaining on WCW. He did a lot of crazy shit. I don't want to lie about it.
That's the only thing I remember him for was just like, just kind of being a luchador kind of, deal or whatever. But I don't remember him doing anything outside of that, man. Like, and I'm saying, like, back in the day, WCW didn't need to have a storyline, attached to everybody. Like, it was just fun to watch Juventud Guerrera and La Parca and shit. Like, it was fun to watch those guys. So they didn't need a full, like, storyline invested. But these are the guys that I named were guys who were actually involved when they came out. Like, I remember the first time seeing Glacier when I was little and shit. And I'm like, who the fuck is
you
this
named Glacier?
hero?
Glacier's an awesome dude. I love
Glacier too. Yeah. Because those are the guys who were consistently out. Like I said, Hot Potato win the fucking TV title. Like that. Booker T was holding that bitch when he got done with his Harlem Heat run. That was one of the biggest titles that he was consistently holding. I know my shit gonna start playing me because I mentioned a fucking name. Like, I'm just saying, like, I was an avid WWE watcher and shit. Yeah, Blackheart likes the jokes, but I'm saying he was just talking about fans, and I said one name and he dipped. So I mean, that's what I'm saying about, you can research all you fucking want, but I'm saying at the end of the day, the journey, the experience, and what you're actually, bringing to the table, the knowledge that you do gain from the investment that you put into this shit is really what's speaking volumes. Like, what I'm saying, if you want to be, jokes is cool, but don't try to play a nigga like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And even with Stone Cold, y'all said fucking Pillman over Stone Cold. Did you go back and see that shit that when Eric Bischoff fired fucking Stone Cold, and you saw that rant that he did without any kind of promo, and there's no promo, no written work or anything like that he did on ECW?
Did you also see Pillman came right at that same time? Pillman came right at that same time. Look at this.
That's why the fuck I'm taking so fucking long, you fucking dirtbag. So now you want to talk some shit. We can
that
talk.
looks like let's talk. That motherfucker looks like Great Muda and shit. It don't even look like
like Fandango, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember like that.
Most underutilized is now Disco Beeline.
Bro, they really wanted to do something with Fandango. You remember that? Just remember that. That was the era.
Shit.
I'm sure Disco Inferno wanted that gimmick.
It didn't scare me off. I just laughed so hard that I had to leave.
And then I had to find the picture.
Just to clarify, I never ever said that Disco Inferno was the most underutilized. Never said that shit at one time. Make sure I state that purely for the fact.
I'm going to prove this message.
TV title. TV. Get my Soldier Boy voice. TV.
Look at that man's face. Oh, he's got Brian's face on it.
Over Raven? You sick.
Is that Brian?
Whoever said that? Whoever said that?
Oh, I take my glasses.
He just wants to laugh. Let's do Blackheart's topic next.
I was laughing for like a good solid 5 minutes max.
I believe it. I believe it.
Blackheart, you make yourself.
Then this man took time to go find a Disco Inferno picture.
That's what he was doing that whole time. The whole discussion we had, he was looking for a picture.
It took him that long to find a Disco Inferno picture. Like, who?
The back of the head.
Yo, it's hilarious, bro.
I don't even look like Disco Inferno. Hold on, is that him?
He put my face on it.
That's what I was going to say. That's your face.
That's fucking Rico from wrestling. That ain't even fucking. Listen, you failed the class, okay? You.
Oh, wait a minute.
You failed.
Oh, is that Brian's face?
Wait. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna actually send you the source of the photos just so that you can see like how stupid that you are.
Okay, let me see.
I'm gonna say you the source.
Fucking sent me a video game character, even if it is in the game. They recycled and they recycled and replaced them.
I'm just saying the one that I did.
Nigga, that's Rico from SmackDown versus Raw.
He said that's Rico.
That's from Shut Your Mouth. They recycled that motherfucker. Blackheart did that shit. He made that shit while we were talking. Went to school and everything for that shit.
Yep, that's why. Yep, that's why.
Forever to find
I
out.
call with the classes,
They
made a
said,
video game, and then
that
made my
man
face.
typed in Disco Inferno. Google goes, who?
What the fuck is that?
You want a disco ball?
That nigga had
Don't
to
you mean this?
for a move.
Oh my god!
It's going to shit. Y'all remember that shit? Listen, bro. I was
I
about to
swear,
just
I think we need to share the screen and type in Disco Inferno, see if it pops up first thing.
Bang, elbow drop. He said.
Said,
killed
who?
that shit.
Disco Inferno.
Don't you mean disco ball?
Like a Scooby Doo villain character.
They don't know shit. They don't. Yeah. You definitely don't know that motherfucker now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that man said Scooby-Doo character. I'm done.
Oh, this is a good day today.
I love it. I missed that Scooby-Doo character.
Damn, the first thing that popped up when you put in Disco. Oh no, Disco. He's up there. Professional wrestler.
Oh, I was about to say, you said
Oh shit!
Disco
It
Ball.
is the picture. It's one of the first
Yeah,
pictures.
bro.
It's one of the first fucking pictures.
Is it the one he's got?
It's the one he's got. He found that shit immediately. Damn,
Exactly.
that's not even fucking fair. Listen, nigga, yo, listen. Anybody try to play me because I shouted out Disco Inferno?
Oh, God.
Listen,
Oh, I need
I'll
a
do it.
Disco.
I'll find this.
He said
motherfucker's best
Disco
code.
Inferno. That man said the first picture.
I can make another one in like 5 minutes.
That man said, did you mean the disco ball?
Look, he in there fighting. What's it called right now?
Disco ball.
We have disco music. I don't know who this guy is.
They be blocking my shit all the time.
Disco.
That's great. That was funny.
Glad I gave you guys a laugh.
Oh man.
Disco Inferno.
All right.
It does look like Rico though, too.
It do like Rico. Just like that nigga from SmackDown versus
Y'all said Rico, bro, was
Shut Your Mouth and Just to Bring It.
all because of the cheetah pants. I knew it too. Oh,
Jeff Bagwell looking at.
oh, geez.
All right, Blackheart. We're gonna jump into your segment here.
I guess so.
If you're ready.
He said, I guess so.
Put the cheetah pants. Which tiger did you kill? She-Ra or Jungle Book? But anyway,
was
Ronda
smart.
Rousey's post WWE move is
He said, bro.
Oh, I think it
Johnny
played it.
Wrestling's wife. Johnny Wrestling's wife. Here we go. Oh,
All right, Blackheart. Here. Unmute the mic when it because you it cut you off.
Okay.
All right, good. Unmute.
The fuck's going on with this? Okay. Ronda Rousey making her debut coming up next. And as you can see, she's a prom in 2 with a match involving her friend Marie Severe and Taya Valkyrie. This is actually after 4 to 5 years ago. Well, she gets involved in prom 2 match, a prom tag team match, nonetheless. So she gets a little run for a good few minutes, and then they expect her to be there November 16th in LA. No, so now the key question is, can she revive her career in the independent circuit? Starting with Wrestling Revolver. No people were speculating about, she should not go to AEW, she should, whatever the fuck the case may be, blah, blah, blah. But, seeing her at Wrestling Revolver is actually what's changed. I know Warren said something earlier about kind of thinking that was happening. I don't think that actually kind of was. I don't think she would ever think of the wildest dreams to be like going to a North Independence for right now. But as I did research, she has a book coming out. Something like that. So maybe it's just a promotional thing for her and shit like that. We go do all that, blah, 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 get my fan base up, whatever. And then just do that. But as far as this is concerned, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. Same way how we bitched about, we had preferences about watching wrestling products or something like that.
Respect.
It's
Respect for her.
it's worth a try seeing her outside the WWE stereotypical product and formula and shit and see what she can do with it. Okay, bro, let's work on this match and here, let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. Now you have to listen to the other the person across from you now because this is a different ball game. You know what I mean? So it's different from TV wrestling, from independent wrestling. And Warren can actually vouch for this.
I want to say one.
Yeah.
My opinion on this,
Ronda, shit. At least she's getting booked before CM Punk's bitch ass is. So
hey,
let's just say that much. Let's say that much. I don't hear nothing about CM Punk being going to any thus far since he been fired. Well, Ronda walked out. After the contract expired, and she gave a free agent. She said, "You know what? Nah, let me take my time with this. Let me like, you know what? Let me actually do something." And she doing it. And then she actually got booked.
Big
so
up
one
to
of the best, one of the best wrestling independent promotions out there.
Big up to her though that she did get booked though. Proud of her though. But I think one thing with Ronda Rousey, and I don't know if this was something that she had planned to do or whatever, but I think with Ronda Rousey, if it is though, I think she lost a lot of trust from the wrestling community or wrestling fans a couple of years back when I think it was after she had debuted. Even though she already had this momentum even coming in, everybody knew she was in UFC, the baddest woman on the planet. Whether she won matches or lost matches or whatever like that, it was after she had debuted. They came in WWE, and it was just like she started running her mouth a little bit too much about the company.
Oh, that's Ronda Rousey, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
That's MMA in general. That's what that is.
No, not MMA in general. No, definitely not. Because there's a lot of humble ass dudes in MMA. That's Ronda Rousey.
It's a little difference from being this heel persona. Even when she came in, she wasn't really a heel, but talking about how it's fake and this, that, and the third, and I think when she returned, a lot of it wasn't. I don't think people really cared too much. But can this revive her career going on to the Indies and doing with it? Yeah, possibly. But I
Look
think
at David Arquette.
I don't think so personally. I'll be honest with you. I think that Ronda Rousey, like you just said, Dre, and this is me being actually following her in her career and things like that, and kind of knowing her persona that she shows, in the industry. Her ego is way too big. And I think her losses in UFC definitely knocked her down a peg. She's one of those type of people that has to win, bro. Like, even if you look at guys like Roy Jones Jr., like there's a lot of people that has to keep winning. Once they hit that losing and their ego gets shambled, you can forget about it. And I think that's what happened to Ronda Rousey in WWE. I think the fans broke her ego immediately. And I think even though she was kind of like you just said, Dre, because I remember that fucking video when she was getting her hair done and she literally, it's fake. It's fine. That's not even like, that's like, blasphemy and shit like that when you're speaking wrestling. Like, that's one of the terms that you have to understand. Don't ever fucking acknowledge that. Being a heel, whatever. Like, and I think she did that not because she was playing the character. I think she did that more because she was kind of pissed because people weren't feeling her. She thought she was going to come in and be the hottest shit in the planet, and she was hot for a little bit, and then she fizzled out because even in UFC and in fighting, she was fizzling out because Amanda Nunes ate her shit, and Holly Holmes ate her shit. And when that Holly Holmes fight, people kind of saw her arrogance, and Holly Holmes shut her the fuck up. And then she did this big-ass promotion for coming back. And then Amanda Nunes. Nobody even spoke about Amanda Nunes before she fought fucking
Nobody really knew of Nunes at that time.
But she shut her fucking down. And after that, that shit pulled a lot of publicity, a lot of fucking accreditation from Ronda Rousey. And then she tried to make new accreditation in WWE, I personally feel. And it worked for a second because the first match she had was phenomenal. She wasn't a bad wrestler, in my opinion. She was not good on the mic, and I believe that her personal side kind of got in the way of her actual character, and that's my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Big ups to her for trying. I mean, like Blackheart said, if she's just doing it for the book, who knows? But I mean, I don't think she's gonna jump in and be anywhere else, man. I think that she'll always be a name because her name's Ronda Rousey. I don't feel like anybody's going to fucking.
You never know how Tony Khan would be if he sees that and some of these AEW.
Breaking news on TikTok.
They're gonna wrestle in these independent promotions that she's gonna be at.
On our main page, we got Ronda.
Special announcement to make.
We got these announcements.
That'll definitely be a nice move on her part.
Ruby Soho. Who?
Yeah, that would definitely bring a lot of attention to a lot of independent promotions. So yeah, big
up
up
Britt
to that
Baker.
for sure.
Oh no, we can't do that.
And like I said, I don't see him giving that same treatment to CM Punk.
I'm sure don't see that seeing there against Paige. We don't see that one.
Someone doesn't have that much heat out there apparently, but you know,
fuck Punk.
Yeah, CM Punk kind of signed. Yeah, he definitely. I mean, he nailed his coffin.
Like
Even though he's going to be in WWE, y'all already know he's going to be in WWE. He'll be back. He's definitely going to be. I think he's going to be at Survivor Series.
Where? Impact?
I don't think. I
think he's going to be back in WWE.
You got to think UFC is a part of the WWE partnership too. Now they're going to have a say in something. They're going to be like, "Hey, do you really want Phil Brooks back?" Like everyone sees the whole transcript of everything this dude has done. You've been on two companies and you got out exactly the exact same way, except you were able to fool the audience at first about WWE because you had this repertoire. Oh, they were out to get me. They didn't like this because the fans really were wanting to find somebody other than John Cena to love. We know that. And it worked for a while. It made me sometimes even question. I was like, maybe he did. Maybe that was the case. But when you see the stuff that he did with AEW, first thing he said, I'm there to help increase the talent. I'm helping to showcase these guys. Punk wasn't putting these guys over. Punk was beating these guys. And honestly, I mean, for a little bit, I was impressed. I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for the actual Phil to show up. And you see it. I mean, 2 times already. Dude didn't even get back even for 3 months. Brought Collision out, and then guess what? Punk's gone after the first show, after the first freaking pay-per-view again. Like, what was the purpose of that? Like, you're supposed to go in there and make this a foundation. You're trying to make this a company that can grow further on. And, I mean, you've proven you can't do it.
Problematic, man. Problematic, bro.
CM Punk, bitch ass. No, okay.
Look at the new picture.
Oh Lord!
I gotta blow it up so I can see it right.
Right.
Now that's I look like Seth Rollins
that's a
right
good
there.
Halloween costume.
You don't
right
like
there.
Seth? Look at his face. That looks just like Seth Rollins right there.
Far away, maybe.
Yeah, for real, far away. Better not be close.
He said, "Better not be close." Oh, this is great. I love it.
That's what I would look like if I was in shape and shit.
Brian said he about to be on Grease.
The remake, the Broadway musical.
The Broadway musical.
Look! Oh, you put the picture in the chat. You do a good job with that, sir. You did a very good job. It's very interesting.
Who's taking the picture of the chat? Who's doing that?
That was you.
He's talking about the one that you had at first, not the one you got on your profile right now.
Oh no, yeah, I don't know.
The tiger pants, bro. The tiger pants.
Rico.
Tiger Moscow.
That was Rico. They recycled his. They were like, this guy's not important enough to make another character. Just use some old shit.
Yep. Give it over to Tyler Breeze next.
Oh yeah, Tyler Breeze, that's another one. All right, man. I guess my segment is the last segment of the day. So we're gonna talk about this is something I actually personally wanted to talk about, and it's not Disco Inferno.
Happiness.
I wish I remember his theme song.
Man, what's that song? David, man, what's that song? And,
we're gonna have to play it now.
No, what's that song
we're gonna have to play it.
What's that song in Donnie Brasco? That montage where Donnie and them was doing the little crying speech and shit. That's the song that should be played for you that every time you come in.
No, don't do this.
Come in. I need some more. I need some more.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Kevin Hart said pineapples. He wasn't ready.
Oh.
No.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get to the last segment of the day. It's my personal segment here, and we're gonna talk about The Miz, and if he was,
is he the greatest champion?
is he the greatest champion, greatest IC champion of all time? Definitely a fair opinion to have at this point. And I'll be honest with you, this is something that I definitely didn't think about until I started hearing the stories and the information that was being given about the Miz versus Gunther. You know, and one of the things I thought about was, if it's not the Miz, you know, what does it classify as to be the greatest? Not just the IC title, but any title. Ric Flair also did a interview recently where he was actually speaking about his classifications for his Mount Rushmore, and one of them was longevity. And I think that's a fair assumption to make. Now, one of the biggest things we talk about when we talk about the IC title is the Honky Tonk Man's reign, which was recently broken by Gunther. But I didn't research. I should have did a little research. But I don't know how many reigns he had, period. Like, he had a one reign, but was that his only reign? I don't know. And if that does that successfully grant you the ability to be the greatest of all time if you held the title one time?
It was a very long run.
It was a long run. It was a long run, but the Miz has successfully won the title, beaten different opponents, multiple opponents for the title in different stages and stuff like that throughout his career. And I believe he's at 11. And I think at this point he is the highest championship holders at this time as well. But what do you guys think, man? Do you guys think that let's start with Warren? He's on camera on. Warren, do you think that
group chat?
Still talking shit? Yeah, that's where he posted a picture.
Get off the group chat.
Okay, I guess I go first. I go first.
Yeah, go first. Yeah, they're laughing about goofy shit. Go ahead, Dre.
I want to say, because I'm looking it up right now for the Honky Tonk, and I don't know how many times he won the championship. But since you mentioned the Miz. The Miz to
your background's in the way. We can't see Warren. Sorry, you're not. It's not working for you, bro.
Actually, I just found that he only
won. Put it in my background picture.
He only won the Intercontinental Championship once. He only won it once, so I know he got the longest reign in WWE history. He only won it once, and I know Gunther just broke that reign. And Chris Jericho, he is like, well, he won the
another one.
I think 8 or 9 times. I think
him and Angle won it for a long time too. I think
Intercontinental Championship runs. But if you want to go down like the topic was just saying, who is the greatest IC champion or somewhere near close to that, I think the Miz. The Miz have turned it all the way around. Even back where I think it was 2017, 16, where he would just take the IC title, especially when it was no world title on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. He would take the IC title and defend it each and every week, whether it was against Dolph Ziggler or whether it was against anybody. So I think his longevity, been here for a long time, got kicked out of the locker room and been on Real World or whatnot. So if you want to say, I want to say greatest Intercontinental Champion and a superstar or of all time or whatever, I want to say it's got to be the Miz. I mean, the Gunther has been
awesome.
Intercontinental Champion reign, powerbomb from left to right, pinning them and just leaving them behind. And Honky Tonk reign was just demolished by Gunther. But I mean, you want to say more so longevity and just put the title, held the title to a different level and made it prestige and made it feel important. I gotta say it was the Miz. We all know the Intercontinental Championship is like the championship you win before you win the big one. So
very true. Really, in almost all cases.
Yeah, the Miz really.
I would say a word.
So I say the Miz.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I got to roll, you guys. I host next Commission Talk. This has been dope each and every week, man. So definitely make sure you subscribe to everyone off the top ropes, Buzzing with Marlo, and right here on the Beeline. Appreciate you guys, man. This was
all right, brother, man.
No problem.
Really.
All right, y'all. Anybody else want to take a swing at it?
This
nigga's making pictures. All right. That was like Sting now. It doesn't even look
that. You gave him a hobby. You gave him a full-on hobby now.
Having a blast.
He's not gonna stop.
I can tell. I can tell. Lasts a long time.
Inferno.
We're gonna have this episode hashtag Disco Inferno.
Beeline Inferno. Conan, if you're watching this, yo, hit me up.
And this was like was it a WCW card back in the day? Fucking bubblegum card.
Yeah.
Now you're on the bubblegum card.
Listen.
Inferno.
Honored.
Disco Inferno.
I'm trying to think of another Intercontinental champion. I think Kurt Angle, he didn't have it very long. That's when Kurt won all the damn titles.
Yeah,
He won the European, the Intercontinental, and then he won.
Chris Jericho
he
was
lost
that was
both of those.
in my head. Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler. I don't know how many times he won it, but I know Dolph Ziggler and Miz had some amazing matches.
Chris, Eddie, obviously,
yeah,
Benoit. Trying to think of another one.
He said he gave me a topic to do. Fuck you on that one. Bastard. But I'll still go with the Miz too. Loma Dre, everything he said, I'll just copy and paste.
Miz came out of nowhere.
I'm cheating today, mama.
Bro, Miz is definitely one of the most underrated. I would say that's a good
his
one.
effing flowers.
Bro. He's incredible,
His
bro.
promos right now is showing why he's still there.
Right,
bro,
wait.
OG Miz,
Wait.
Miz, I would say is 2018 Miz Taraj with Maurice. That's OG Miz to me.
Hey, listen.
When he was holding that title at that time, the slick back hair and shit, that was Miz, bro.
And now you know where the
Miz
Miz
jacket. Oh my gosh!
Listen, now you know where the Miz gets his whole style from. The ancestry himself, Mr. Disco Inferno.
He gets his style from Disco Inferno. Trying to make it funny now.
Fandango.
Yeah. Rico and Fandango. I can rock.
We're not having a dream match. Fandango versus Disco Inferno.
A triple threat. Rico versus Fandango versus Disco Inferno.
For the IC title, who's going to be
some fun shit though. I'll watch that. I'd be in it, right? Blackheart?
I don't know. I don't know.
Way too many ideas.
I don't know.
He'll be using this shit all week.
Just mute the group chat after today. Mute the group chat.
He'll be playing. He'll be every photo he sees with this going for the rest of his life. Put my head on it. Every time I'm gonna become that motherfucker after a while.
Inferno's gonna be on X or whatever we call it this day. He's gonna be like, "Yes, I'm relevant again."
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Shout him out. I'm gonna tag him every time he posts me in this shit. I'm gonna Instagram it and tag him and see if I can get him on the show.
I made this look.
I'm gonna bring him on the commission talks and shit. Like this the motherfucker right here. And I was posting your pictures and shit.
I'd be like, so what, nigga? That means you better come on my podcast then, bitch.
I'm on the show, motherfucker. Your ass.
Yeah, and I tricked your ass to get your asses in here.
There you go.
He photoshopped your head to get you on the show.
Yo, I'm really bugging that the first picture that you did, I could have swore that was a video game. This is a real life picture right here.
I love how you said, "Oh, look, this picture didn't pop up, and it's the first picture."
He had to go back and really research this shit.
I'm looking at it right now.
Hashtag the internet.
All right, this is the first picture this nigga found. This is me. All right. Apparently, this is Disco Inferno. All right, this Disco Inferno.
Oh man, you should watch Shawn Michaels.
This is the one with me. This is me. This Disco. Plan B. Look at the referee. He looks like he's about to wrestle too. Everybody was wrestling back then.
Well, mainly the referees were like extras.
What did you do?
This is John Travolta Disco Inferno with my head on it. You actually do that very well because it looks like my hair is there and everything. The beard is a little throwing off.
Analyzing my art, I like it too.
It's really good. It's really good. I like the shoes. I like the background. Let me see. All right, we got one more. Here goes.
What's going on?
Here goes the last one. The last one that's throwing me off a little bit. The pants, a little bit more casual. This must have been the indie days.
He on my indie days. I'm done.
They're not glitter. They're not glitter or anything. So these are. He didn't have money
said
yet.
This was the barnyard bunkhouse matches.
Yeah.
With the shows.
This was just disco. He didn't get Inferno yet. It was just disco. But you got you got the new school WCW logo there. Huh? Okay, so I don't know about that one. All right, that was fun.
That's awesome.
Oh wait, you got a new one. All right, hold on, you got a new one. Hold on.
Oh, bro,
I got a new one.
You giving
Another-
this
you
man
got
a
another
hobby?
one.
Stop giving this
I
man a hobby.
gave him a new one.
You did not.
Oh, I thought it was a new one
Lord.
on my
I was
face.
about to say.
All right, y'all. This has been very fun. Shout out to Disco Inferno for giving
I'm
Black
trying to
Heart
think
something.
of-
No,
Y'all
there we go. All
realize
right,
he just never won the IC title. Have y'all noticed that? Actually, hold up. There is another candidate that I would say is in that top Intercontinental Championship banner. We gotta say with Edge, because
Ooh.
Edge really benefited himself to get into a main roster standpoint. That's one reason why he got the Money in the Bank. Is from those runs that he used to do for the IC title. Because if anybody remembers, that year Shelton Benjamin was supposed to win that Money in the Bank at first.
Shelton Benjamin is another one. IC title run. I don't know how many reigns he had, but
When he ran that ladder, ran straight up. I was like, he should be winning right now. Just for running off that thing looking like Spider-Man, just running off that damn ladder.
Beast, yo. Motherfuckers having time of his life. All right, you have fun with it. So we're definitely gonna start wrapping it up. I gotta do a whole nother show after this.
Oh my god! Yeah,
All right,
bro.
Beeline, listen.
It's not over for you, man.
Yo, listen, it's been very
Welcome
fun.
to the
My
commission.
first time hosting the
Beeline
commission
Inferno.
talks. And I definitely enjoyed. I think I hope I did a good job. Hope I did the commission. Did
We
them proud.
approve.
And anybody got anything to say in closing?
It was disco. It was disco day.
It was definitely disco day.
I'm gonna find some music. I'm gonna find some music to play. I'm gonna find some music to play.
Say it
Oh no, you're not. Stop it.
Come on! You can tell by the way I walk and talk.
He's in a good mood today. He's in a good mood today.
Here we go. Let's go, Beeline.
If you keep this up longer, he's gonna make a slide for this character.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna
Yeah,
start moving soon. You messed up.
Let's go. Y'all know about
He's
Disco Brian.
encouraging it. He's
I'm trying to go
encouraging
with
it.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. What is love?
TV title. Most underrated superstar. WCW.
Rangeworthy. Beeline.
Ryan Beeline. Disco Inferno.
This man's been more talked about.
All right, y'all. It's been fun, y'all.
12 years, probably.
It's been very fun. Listen, guys. Thank you guys so much for
Wait,
allowing me.
I got one more.
All right.
Oh, dear Lord.
I got one more, and then I'm
Better be funny.
But wait, there's more.
Well, wait. We were just talking about that movie the other day.
And this was a screamer.
I
That's
swear,
my
if he
shit, too.
played a video,
I got to
I'm getting
answer.
off this camera. If he played a video,
How can I upload a video as an
all you gotta do is put his head on the damn guy dancing. We know you.
Or share it to the what's it called? Now share it.
It's too late. I already got it. What is love?
You want
Baby, don't hurt me.
Oh, you trying to play the song? If you're trying to play the song, they're gonna probably gonna block it.
No,
They're gonna block the
copyright.
episode.
No,
Yeah, they're gonna copyright
no,
it.
It's called copyright.
Yeah, they
They just
copyright
put
my
a
shit
name
all
on
the
it.
time.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. What is love? That's it. I'm
He
done.
sent you the song, really?
Yep, that's it. That's all I want to do. What is love? So now when I speak, right, his whole emoji speaks off. Baby, don't hurt me. That's right. That don't hurt, and I don't need it no more. Bitch, you can't know love.
Oh, he's got a new picture. I'm done. We gotta stop.
Oh.
Woo! So every time when I sing, man, he's singing.
I feel honored. I feel honored and privileged
Hey, it's always a pleasure, man.
Be on this side of the jokes. But yo, listen, it's been a great episode. I hope you guys learned a lot.
Video, bro.
I really enjoyed the initial conversation we had. I really enjoyed that, talking about like people into wrestling and stuff like that. Definitely does feel good to talk with like-minded people and shit. So definitely enjoyed it. Beeline, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Commission Talks will be back on the Beeline, of course. Big shout out to them. Please make sure you go follow everybody in the crew. Go ahead, guys. Shout yourself out real quick.
You go first. Go first.
I have fun, yo. You gotta go
Back in this bitch. I told y'all to get your ass back, and I got your ass back today. So now we are. Last week in Wrestling Friday, Black Ops Central Saturday, Wrestling Asylum Saturday as well, 4 p.m., 6 p.m. Our usual times. I got an announcement to make on Friday as far as last week in Wrestling in the future is concerned. Tune into that. Dukes, eat my dust because you still ain't shit, and you're not gonna get my old TTR at the podcast championship. So have a good weekend. What did I say? Beeline Inferno? Inferno?
Guys, having fun.
Hey,
all right, Warren, shout you out, bro.
Hey, man. All right, y'all can catch me on Buzzing with Marlo this Friday. We have Flynn Hendricks coming back, the AIWF television champion. He is on the verge right now, almost defending this title in all 50 states right now. So a round of applause to him. We're going to have him on this week. We're going to talk about believability with characters, what's the differences between workers and attractions. We're also going to really dive in talking about storytelling. So, guys, you don't want to miss this. 2 wrestlers going to have 2 conversations. It's going to be really interesting to say. But, yes, definitely check out Buzzing with Marlo this Friday. Obviously, we got Commission Talks next week, I think. I got it next week, right? Or it's Drake.
Drake got it.
Oh, yeah, I'll be in Panama this Friday. I'm in this Saturday also. Okay. American Prodigy is going to be facing Effie. So, y'all have fun with that.
Cool. What you got, Black Art?
Should be a new start time period for that, right?
Huh?
Should be a new start time for a Commission Talk next week, right?
Is it Dre's or mine?
No, I said new start time. Not who takes over.
4. It's 4, guys. Not 5 no more. 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I guess. Yeah.
So 4 o'clock, what is that? 4 Eastern time or 4 Pacific time?
Eastern.
So
y'all starting at 4 now?
Because I gotta go to work in early.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard mission for me, man. But I'll try to be there as much as I can.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But Beeline, thank you guys so much for watching. Listen, we coming right back on tonight because we got straight through the ropes, baby. We doing predictions for Crown Jewel, one of the worst pay-per-views, in my opinion, because I hate that shit. It's a glorified
Super Showdown was worse.
Yeah, Super Showdown was worse. I will give you that. And the greatest Royal Rumble, that shit too. But Beeline, listen, I love you guys. All you wrestling fans out there, I love y'all as well. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention, and make sure that you watch the
fuck you on that one.
nice. Oh, they're still talking shit. All right, y'all. We outie. Peace out.